Hey guys, this is MalavarTCOne. Working my way through Chapter 3, Part 2. As you know, chaos is attacking the lands. Let's just grab somebody to go along the way. I'm going to be using my Wormlord, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about my childhood, as well as a little bit about the awesome thing that happened to me today. Today, I was able to meet none other than the Fresh Prince himself, Will Smith. It was amazing. He came and talked about his newest movie, Collateral Beauty. Kind of goes about a man who lost his daughter, and in order to cope with the loss, he writes to death, time, and love. Fictionally, he's just kind of like writing to them. What's funny is when he puts the letters in the mailbox, he gets responses from them, from death, time, and love. And he is trying to cope with the death of his daughter. Nobody else can see these people, so it was really cool. I saw a little featurette. He gave a kind of an interview about things that have been going on in his life. He talked about going skydiving with his sons. It was just really cool. He's a really cool dude, really funny, and it brought me back to a little bit of nostalgia watching him when I was younger on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And he was talking about that as well. He's like, it's always great to hear about people that loved him on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air because, hey, it just like brings waves of emotion back to him, as I'm sure it does for everyone else that have watched him when he was growing up, or when you were growing up, for Independence Day and other movies that he was in along the way, which is great because he was really down to earth, really talkative, really fun, gave a lot of people high fives and handshakes. I don't think I was close enough to him to receive that, but at the end when he was walking out, I got a slight picture of me with him in the background. It was great. I put up a little video of the him coming into the interview at Facebook, and he was just really fun. He asked a few people that were in the crowd to come up and have selfies with him that were had little pictures of his face on little popsicle sticks, and he's like, "Oh, that's awesome," because they were like waving him around, and so he took like a selfie with some people, and then he took a selfie with the audience. Really awesome, really fun, and it just kind of brings me back to also other childhood day like shows I used to watch that kind of gave me a definition of family life and how to work towards something really great. Oh, it looks like there's maybe a cutscene here or something like that. We can't teleport. It has to be chaos. He's disrupting our spells. Move on foot. Use routes with less enemies and flank them. Come on, let's go. We'll miss the battle. That look in their eyes. They're hurrying to their deaths, and they look happy about it. Interesting. Will I not be able to teleport? That's a interesting thought. It looks like I still have the teleportability, but he's saying that we can't teleport. So maybe it's just for the other blanks. Maybe because I am the Warrior of Light, I will be able to teleport. But I was thinking of other shows I used to watch when I was a kid, like Full House and Family Matters and Step by Step and all those family-friendly shows. And it just makes me have a lot of nostalgia, and I'm really happy about the kind of family life that, I love so very much, and for the relatives I have in my life and my family, and trying to be close to them. Really great. And then having my own family right now, my wife and I, we're having just an awesome time, ready for the holidays, and going to be, I think we already went Christmas shopping a little bit online, and thinking of things to get for our friends, and just having our own life going right now, and it's just really great. I'm glad of so many of the good things that are happening in my life right now. So, just a little kind of a positive pick-me-up today for what's going on. That's pretty much what's going on in my life. And if you're down for this holiday season and you're trying to think whether or not you should visit family, if you have them far away, or if you're with your family right now, just appreciate them and appreciate the time that you have with them. I never had to really experience too much loss in my life. I mean, my grandmother passed away, and a lot of my great-grandparents, obviously when I was younger, it's stuff like that, but enough to know that, there's only so much time here on Earth, and just trying to move through it with positive outlook and attitude about life, and one day you'll be able to say, I lived a good life, and I was awesome, and I help other people have awesome lives too, and hoping that the whatever comes afterwards is the best for you. And so just keep a positive outlook on those things. Other than that, I've really been enjoying Final Fantasy 15. If you haven't seen my gameplay videos for that, it is amazing. The game is so good. And I've also been doing little funny videos for Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. I did one recently using the member berries kind of thought. I don't know if you've ever seen South Park, but they have this thing called the member berries, and you're just supposed to act all nostalgic about good times and remember Chewbacca, member stormtroopers, stuff like that. Where did all these fiends come from? Chaos attracts them. We'll need to break past them to get to them. Defeat Chaos and the rest of them will lose their will to fight. It's our only chance. Oh, interesting. Tablets, saving those up for the Gigantor map, which will be coming on the 14th. Really excited for that. Let's go to Budding Hill. We'll work our way over to the Shoepuff farm and ride around, and maybe we'll be able to get through more of this afterwards. But yeah, the member berries, why I'm acting so nostalgic right now, it's like, remember Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Oh, I remember. Remember Chewbacca? Oh, yeah, I remember. Remember Reagan? Yeah, I remember Reagan. Like, from the show. Like, just stuff like that. It's just really funny because Final Fantasy Brave Exvius was taking, like, a 18-hour, like, maintenance period. Or 20 hours or something like that. Some crazy amount of time. And people were getting so bored and so, like, waiting for it to start back up again so they could play again. And I did a little videos like, remember Final Fantasy Brave Exvius? Oh, I remember. And it was pretty funny. It got a lot of likes, and I just thought it was really funny. A good way to kind of lighten the mood for the people that were all salty waiting for it to start back up again. People can be so salty. And people, I'm not trying to diss them or anything, because sometimes I'm salty too, but for the most part, when I get bad pulls for cards for this game, or jobs, or units for Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, or weapons for Final Fantasy Record Keeper, when those things happen, it's just the luck of the draw, and it sucks when it happens to you that you get the crappy stuff, right? But sometimes, and it's just statistically proven, you know, sometimes you will get a good draw. If you do it enough times, use enough lapis and play enough the game and go over it a long amount of time, you'll get a good draw. You may not get it when you want it, which is when it comes out, but maybe if you do a daily or something like that, or later on you use a summon ticket that was used from a compensation from Gumi or something like that. Something along the way, something good will come your way eventually. May take a little while. Some people it takes a couple months before they get their first rainbow crystal. It did for me. It took me a couple months. And since then I think I've had like 5 altogether. And that's a lot of units that I've drawn too. But I think 4 or 5 is what I've gotten. And I've been playing it since the beginning. One of my rainbow crystals, luckily enough, I was able to get Gilgamesh recently. And I was really happy about that. That was amazing when it happened. And I'm really excited to get Lightning, hopefully in this next round, where she comes back again for a major boost, which is only like bringing it up to like 1%, right? It's not even that much, instead of like 0.001% or whatever hers is. Like getting like a 1% chance is better than nothing. It brings it up by like 1,000%, you know? Like it brings it up to just a higher chance of getting her. And I really want Lightning, aside from the other stuff that will also be available, like Fang and stuff like that. That would be great to get Fang or Hope. But either way, I haven't gotten Snow on this last round. What I do like that for Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, there's not a paywall. You can just luckily do it through time, or by building up Lapis, by doing the missions, stuff like that. There's no paywall. What's happening with Mobius Final Fantasy, which really sucks for people, is there's a paywall. There's a paywall in order to get certain legendary jobs now. Instead of it just being luck of the draw, it's luck of the wallet. Do you have a big enough wallet? There's no, I mean, it's guaranteed, but it really just comes down to, are you a rich man? If you are, you can win this game. No skill involved. and it's really sad that they're going to that method. I mean, having it be a free-to-play game, it's understandable that they need to get some kind of income, but people are going to be willing to pay whether or not it looks like my maps isn't working for some reason. Whether or not it's a paywall or not, you know. And the thing is, there's people that just don't have those means. I feel bad for them because, you know, they're not going to be able to get anywhere as close as the people who just like drop so much money. Very unfair to them. But remember when jobs were through summon tickets? I remember. Remember when the game wasn't a paywall? Oh, I remember. Stuff like that, you know. So it's funny, you know, that people, oh, it's a Marlboro. Wow, nice. Marlboro looks so good here. In Final Fantasy 15, I recently fought a Marlboro, and it looks so amazing. It's so amazing there to fight a Marlboro in Final Fantasy 15. It was really cool. I'm loving the game. If you haven't played it yet, go play it, or go, if you can't play it, if you just don't have the means or the finances, you can watch my Let's Plays. I do them every Friday night, definitely, but other nights I'll jump in once in a while as well. And I always upload them, so you'll be able to see them. Let's see where the Chewbacca farm, if it has any cutscenes. Oh, it's obviously got an item. Ability tickets. Nice. Hey, are you alright? Don't worry about me. You have to get away from here. I'll be alright. I'm hardier than I look. Besides, if I leave, who's going to protect these farms? Let the soldiers. Let us take care of it. That's not your job. Your job is to defeat chaos. Yeah, but... Come on, get going. Defeat chaos and you won't have to worry about us. Oh, she wants us to go right into chaos. A water well. Water wall? Water hedge. Oh, I like how the map is just kind of like jumping around the fact that Chaos is over by that water tower and it's like going to walk around it. It's taking forever to get to him. Because obviously the other blanks are jumping, running into battle, and then Chaos is going to be all left by his lonesome. It's probably going to go around the whole map and then come back to him. So we'll stop right there at the Chewbacca farm. And I hope you guys liked today's Let's Play video of Mobius Final Fantasy. Glad to be able to do some Let's Plays again instead of just the events all the time. And this has been MalavarTCOne. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And see you around in the future. Thanks.